Hey y'all, happy Thursday. This coming to you totally unplanned. This this little piece here, is this called a vlog? I'm never really sure what is the vlog. Is this a vlog? Like when I'm talking, anyway, but I hadn't planned on doing this today, but it's a result of a conversation, and I'm going to cut a long story short, or I'm going to try. I'm not going to tell you about the fact that a friend ran into my husband today on the subway and subsequently sent me a text, and the whole story. Which my friend told me, you need to keep your things under 3 minutes. I said, but you don't realize I'm a storyteller. I'm a raconteur. It's hard for me to just tell something because it's the details that fill it in. Anyway, so I got a text from this friend of mine, and he said he had run into Jack on the subway, and like I say, the fact that Jack actually took public transportation today was that's a revelation enough. But and Jack had mentioned some changes, and that I was doing this, and he was starting his own business, and some changes we were thinking about for the future, and he texted me and asked me about it, and this, that, and the other, and he was telling me about this, and he goes, well, Billy, have you ever considered getting you can get your certification to be a preacher online for like $15, a universal, I have it written down here anyway, Universal Life Center or something like that. And you can get you can be certified as a preacher for like $15, and then I could become a motivational speaker. I used to date a guy that said he had motivational problems, but he was so fucking pretty. I never bothered to correct his English. It didn't matter. Just shut up. But so anyway, I looked online, yeah, and it's like Conan O'Brien. All of these really famous people have accreditation from this certification from this online preacher factory or whatnot, and like over 2 million served, and I mean it does give you the right to marry people or whatnot, basic little things, and that would be kind of cool. But anyway, so then he was telling me about how I could get like different things, like programs I might want to get interested in, and then this, that, and the other, and and I just want to be a social media superstar, and he's telling me how to apply for grants, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I had never even thought of things like that. So, but then he told me, he goes, well, you're very charismatic. And I said, well, I don't know if I'm charismatic. I really don't. And I thought the word for charisma, I mean, because prior to JFK being president, I don't think we'd ever heard the word charisma. In fact, probably for most of the 60s, my mother probably said charisma. And I remember Avon even had a fragrance. She had some, came in a little red bottle. I used to put some on once in a while. And it was called charisma. But, yeah, we didn't really know about the word charisma, but we knew John JFK had charisma, and which, since his picture is right next to the Blessed Virgin and the statue of Jesus on the TV sets of every Catholic in my neighborhood, I think Catholic women who found JFK quite attractive figured charisma was like, you could probably fuck with him and it wouldn't be adultery. It wouldn't be a sin in the eyes of the church because they were lusting for him. But anyway, he says, Billy, you have charisma. And I said, well, I don't really know that I have charisma. But I said, but people react to me like some people I know are so shy. Everybody talks to me. I don't care if it's like somebody like drunk in the gutter, or I can walk into any high-end shop or situation and strike up a conversation, and people talk to me, and so I don't know if that's charisma or just the fact that like I'm totally unfiltered and don't know when to shut the fuck up. But nevertheless, and I've been watching all these TED Talk videos, and it's like, take advantage of what makes you uniquely you. So I then said to my friend that I had been chatting with, I said, well, I think I'm going to turn this into a vlog for today's thing. And he goes, well, good. He said, try to keep it under 3 minutes. And I said, how the hell can I keep something under 3 minutes? I said, I'm a storyteller. I've got to tell the whole story. And he goes, well, then you need to add visual interest, like clips, and I said, that's called editing. I haven't even gotten near that yet. I mean, like, and he said, well, isn't your husband a tech person? And I had to explain to him that I am trying to do this independent of a lot of my reason, my impetus for doing this is about reclaiming a certain amount of independence. Because while my husband and I have a very, very open and autonomous relationship and whatnot, I'm very dependent upon him. I'm 19 years older than him. So when I met him, I didn't have a cell phone. I thought only drug dealers and rent boys had cell phones, and I was suspicious because the boy I went out with before I moved from Miami, he had one of those beepers, pager. He was just, that was just some shady shit, page me. So I was very mistrustful of people that had pagers. So I was even more mistrustful of guys that had cell phones, but after I met Jack, shortly after I met Jack, I got a cell phone, and 17 years ago, I've had one ever since. And then now I've had smartphones, which I'm only now figuring out what sets a smartphone aside from the regular cell phone, because I don't have any apps. I have Shazam. I love Shazam. Shazam is the fucking bomb, because you can pull up like next to some really cute kids, like, like that are like, when I say kids, I mean people of legal age, okay? They're driving, they're smoking pot, they're listening to music. I'm not talking about fucking kids. I'm talking about, I'm in my 60s, 20, 30-year-olds, and they're listening to their music, and it's like, I can, be totally in the know, because I just got to, take my little Shazam thing and hold it up, and I know that they're listening to fucking, Jeezy Jeff. Or whatnot, and then I can tune into Hip Hop Nation and sound like I'm cool too, and sit down a little lower in my seat. But yeah, but I'm trying to do this independent of my husband, and plus, to be honest, I don't think that he's into this techie kind of editing and stuff like that. He's an IT person, but I don't know, maybe he is, but when somebody does what they do all day for other people and for a living, you hesitate to harass them once they get home. They've had a full day of it. I never had a comparable situation. I suppose that I could say after a long night of slinging drinks, I didn't want to go home and make the little woman a martini. But if you're an alcoholic like I was, you're going to have a drink anyway, so you may as well make one for another person. But yeah, so I don't know. So I'm gonna probably, by the time we talk next time, I will be a certified man of the cloth. I don't know whether I should be Pastor Billy or Reverend Billy or I don't know, Preacher William. I don't know. This is a big decision, but yeah. So I may well be ordained. And I could be venerable. Well, I'm Buddhist, but actually, to qualify as venerable as being Buddhist, I would have to be a lot more strict about a lot more things. Not only would I have to be vegan, I'd have to give up garlic and onions and alliums and things like that. So, so I don't want to disrespect anybody. I think I'll just be that damn Billy. How about that? I'll just be that damn Billy. But I'll be able to perform wedding ceremonies. Maybe I could spark in a reverend preacher spot at church. I don't go to church. Okay, I'll see y'all soon. Bye.